Hey everybody, Felix Staffelbaker here. I see EOS as the new East India Company, founded in 1600. It ran all the way to about 1874, 1875, and it was really the culmination of several companies before it that learned how to extract successful techniques and trade routes and partnerships throughout the known world at the time to secure the opium of the world and bring it under a monopolistic company. And it goes back, most people don't realize, but it goes back from the Turkey company and the Venice company actually merging and becoming the Levant company, and running the Levant company up until it became I was like in the very late 1500s, like the 1590s, and then goes up in the 1600, you've got the Dutch East India Company, and then after that, a couple of years later, the actual East India Company. And this is, I wouldn't categorize Block 1 necessarily as the new East India Company, but the open source EOS network as a global digital East India Company makes a lot of sense, especially if you understand that in this new world, data and your information is much more valuable than an opium would be to the people in power. And it all started when Queen Elizabeth tasted opium and had to just have all of it and run the whole world. And a lot of these people, I don't necessarily think it's Block 1, but eventually somebody will come along, like a Google or something on that level. A conglomerate of billionaires come together and form the monopolistic paradigm that becomes the new opium trade. It becomes the new data center. It becomes the collection of the algorithmic sorting of the way that it is deciphered and then weaponized and used against the masses. It's actually much more powerful than opium, and people aren't taking that seriously. And especially if you don't have any EOS, and this thing takes off and becomes the new base layer technology for the global layer that even something like a Bitcoin could be on top of, then you're really behind the 8 ball. There's people who don't even think that there's going to be anything digital. There's people that don't even know where we are in the grand scheme of things. They don't understand basic history. They've never looked into anything, and they think everything is a coincidence. And those are the people that this data as opium are targeting and effectively eliminating. Once you're completely hooked onto this, the people in power don't have to do anything. They don't even have to take your guns at that point if you're in a country that still has them, because you're just totally on board with whatever they say, whenever they say it. When's the next opium coming? When's the next pill coming? Tell me what it is. Tell me what it's all data, and people don't realize that. But I see EOS as this new East India Company, able to touch every single area of the globe, able to do all of those things at the same time. We've got upgrades coming that will make EOS surpass every other blockchain. Again, they always do it. You've got China going crazy for EOS. You've got regulators cracking down on everything, while EOS has the waiver. And so there's just a lot going on that people aren't paying attention to. And it's going to be really easy to miss because it's going to come like a freight train. So I just want to put that out there. EOS is the new East India company. It's taking over the globe. It will have a reign on the world as for generations to come. People don't even realize the fundamental changes that will drastically alter everything. So I just want to put that out there. Staffel Baker out.